Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions! Good on Pepe!
Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
Welcome to this evening match here on Game and Frame. It is Sunday, April 27th. Kickoff for 8 p.m. between Richmond County and Nyack, better known, or New York Athletic Club. Both teams had the exact same record through 18 matches. 5 wins, 3 draws, 10 losses for 18 points. Nyack, though, based on their win in the reverse fixture back in the 5th match of the season, which was a 1-0 result. The exact date was October 13th. Ryan Hilke scored a goal in the 86th minute to decide that match for the 1-0 result. That puts Nyack in front of Richmond County, even though Richmond County is a 6-goal better difference than Nyack. The tiebreaker there is head-to-head. Richmond County are -9 in the goal differential. Nyack are -15. But as I said, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. So Nyack's in 7th, Richmond's in 8th. For full context, there are 12 teams in the APSL standings. So both of these teams are a few points above relegation. Just 4 matches, including this one, left to go in the regular season. They play 22 total, playing each of the 11 opponents home and away. Richmond, we were here for their last match 2 weeks ago. Both teams did not play last weekend thanks to Easter on the 20th. Back on the 13th, they had a 4-1 victory here on this pitch against Doxa. Doxa are lower than them in the standings. Nyack, in the second half of the season, or we'll just talk about here in this month, they last 2 games were 0-0, a draw versus Zoom Schneider on the 6th of April, and then a 5-1 loss to Lansdowne Yonkers, and that also took place on the 13th of April. Nyack had 4 wins, 1 draw, and 6 losses in the first half. So they're 1 win, 2 draws, and 4 losses. Only that win came at their first game of the second half. They have just 2 draws in the last 6. Those are only 2 points in the last 6 matches. So that's 5 points total here in the second half. Richmond are in a much better form. They have won 3 games in a row. If we go backwards, on the 6th of April at Hoboken, it was a 5-4 win, a thriller. We had that on Game and Frame, and another high-scoring match, 3-2, that was at CPR the final weekend, March 30th, or the final weekend in March 30th was the exact date. So 3-game win streak for Richmond. Nyack, not in as good a form as Richmond, so there's a tale of 2 differences there in form, but the exact same record, the exact same points, and 1 spot decides them in the standings. So we'll be back for an 8 p.m. kickoff here. Actually, we're going to probably start a few minutes after. Richmond are fully here. Nyack was getting some players here before kickoff, but they will be ready. So we'll be back live for kickoff in a few moments. Richmond, you can see on left side of the screen, wearing black uniforms, full kits, shirts, shorts, and socks. And coming across now is Nyack, who is in the red kits, shirt, shorts, and socks for them as well with white numbers. Both teams will be wearing white numbers. A 6-man bench tonight for Richmond. It looks like only a 2-man bench for Nyack. So there will be more opportunity in the second half for Richmond to get fresh legs on the pitch. We have kit numbers for both teams, but not official starting lineups. So I'll try and keep everyone updated and give formation information as we go in these first couple of minutes. Almost 8:10. Couple minutes delay in the start of this match. This will be a huge 3 points for either team if they can get there. Again, just a handful of points above 12th. The bottom team gets relegated from the league. Vistula Garfield and Doxa are both tied with 13 points. So 5 points is still a decent distance, but obviously with a loss, you're not feeling that comfortable. A draw for both teams would definitely help, but I don't think either of these teams are going to be satisfied with the draw. They're both going to be playing for a win. Again, Nyack beat Richmond back in October, 1-0. This being the second game between these two this season. Richmond will attack to the right as we start. First possession to the left for Nyack, and number 74, that Ryan Helke, the team's leading goal scorer with 8 goals, will start us up top. We see number 3, Farouk Uzman on the left wing. 77 is Nicholas Gendelit. He'll be at the left back spot. Touchdown for 73, Jack Mulhare. He's in the midfield. These are all numbers here for Nyack as they have the ball. 29 is Stefanos Hondrakis. He is the left center back in number 29 in red for Nyack. Mark Stadston wearing the number 9. He has 11 goals to lead Richmond in scoring. He is the starting striker for Richmond. He's with 13, Andre Ruggiero, here for the moment. And 15, Giuseppe Baron. Peter Gini, number 2, will play right back. His brother, Chris Gini, on the left. Kemal Berkanovic and Armando Guarnera is the center back partnership. Number 7, Miguel Espinosa, scored a hat trick last time we were here 2 weeks ago in Doxa. He's on the left wing. Brian Carlillo, number 11, is in the midfield with Leo Saiti, number 6. And Ruggiero. So Baron, Saiti, Ruggiero, and Carlillo. A 4-man midfield. It's going to look like a 4-1-4-1, 2-1-2, or a 4-4-2, but a diamond midfield. They're not playing with a true winger. Espinosa is the left forward. Mark Stadston is the right forward for Richmond, with Jetmir Kovacevic, the goalkeeper, wearing his white kit on our left side of our camera. Guarnera finds the run of Stadston, and he's offside. Stadston likes to run in behind the back line, whoever he's playing. Shiganjor is on the bench for Richmond's more of a hold-up striker. Here's a steal for Carlillo. Saiti here wearing the number 8. I might have said 6 before. He's wearing the number 8. Chris Genie laid it off. Espinosa, Carlillo inside. He gets tackled off the ball, not allowed to get a shot away. Peter Genie has come inside from his right back spot. Carlillo on the ball. Most of the possession so far has gone to Richmond. Guarnera gets Genie down the line, but just too far out of his reach. Throw in for Osman. Leaves it off for Mulhair. Baron trying to win the ball. It is close to Espinosa, just behind Stadstein. Nyack to be careful with the ball in their back line. Osman overruns it, but not pressured. Down the line. Good ball from Osman, but too far for Gendelit. Guarnera is going to try and see this ball out for a goal kick, and he's won it. He's played it last off Gendelit. 27, Noah Kosov is also in midfield for Nyack. Again, he's with Mulhair. 22, Scott Edmond is the right winger for Nyack. 7, Chris Huacon is the right back. And the final center back there is Aiden Conigan, number 26. And number 1 in goal is Tom Wallenstein. Guarnera, diagonal. It'll get there for Genie. Carlillo behind Espinosa. Carlillo shoots, that's blocked by Gonigan. Another one in, and that's well wide. Not a tester for Wallenstein. Shot from Saiti. You probably can hear on our audio, there's a new, I guess I'll call them an ultra, but definitely a fan club here for Richmond, which we haven't seen before here at Owl Hollow. I didn't mention that here. We're at their home field, Richmond. Owl Hollow Field here in Staten Island. Chris Genie. Get all the way back to Kovacevic. Espinosa coming back to the ball to get a touch. He'll switch it over. This is Peter Genie. Pops over his foot. He's got to be careful. Gendelit goes down and no foul. Maybe slipped as well. Lost his footing on the turf. He's asking for a push. Referee says not enough for a foul whistle. Genie again. For Stadstein, it's got some curl to it. Stadstein, he's got there first. Shot is blocked by Conigan and out for a corner. First corner of the night for Richmond. Good setup there from Genie to see the run of Stadstein. Again, that is what we're going to see a lot from Stadstein. Nyack came up 2 years ago with CPR to the APSL, so this is their second season in the league. First for Richmond, they won the CSL last season in the regular season, and they won the playoffs. Corners in from Espinosa. Didn't see who got the header first. Guarnera asking for a corner. It will be, so Nyack had the last touch. Will redo a corner, but opposite side. Play it short. Saiti, edge of the box. Back post. Squared and foul called on Richmond. Osman Has Gendelet in front of him for the pass. Kosov. Wallenstein middle, Mulhare. Pressure from Baron. Connigan took a carom, still with Nyack. Further up the right side. Get through a tackle. Hilk tried to lay it forward. Intercept from Richmond. Run from Snatchton again. Kosov. Enman. Along the touchline. And last off Nyack to go out for a throw-in for Richmond. Saiti picks up his head. Rosario. Brkanovic as they switch it fully for Chris Genie. Espinosa. Man marking Espinosa. Guarnera. Peter Genie. Deep down the side. This time he will get to the ball. Puts in a ball in the center with his right foot. Carleo! Quick shot is over the bar. Wallenstein, I think, went to go get the ball behind some of the bushes. There's no screen behind the goal here at Owl Hollow. Sadson comes from an offside position, ruled by the assistant that's on our side of the camera. Nyack will play quickly. Carleo trying to track the ball. Out last from Genie. Kosov. Huakan. On the right side for Nyack. Kosov. Punch. Peter Genie, header. Very calm back to Kovacevic. Absolutely no pressure for Genie. Guarnera takes the goal kick from Kovacevic. Peter Genie. Up the touchline. For Sadstein, Wallenstein's out of the goal and just at the edge of the box. Just in front of Sadstein. Seen that routine twice. Genie going direct into Sadstein. And now Genie has to get there with a header. Gendelet has the angle on Genie for 1-0. Kovacevic down. Makes the save with his leg. Tried a near post shot, Gendelet. And Hilke on a volley puts that, not necessarily a competitive shot, over to the left. Genie, Osman, good tackle. Won the ball very cleanly. Jendelit. Hondrakis. Osman shows the spacing behind from Hilke, sees it. Better ball from Hondrakis. Hilke against Guarnera. Last from Guarnera. Will a shot be let off? No. Coming over is Chris Genie from left back. Or that was Brkanovic, excuse me. Now here is Chris Genie. Curleo. Curleo from Genie.
What league is this?
Osman tackled off by Saiti. Foul on Nyack. Genie up top. Stadston with Hondrakis. Stadston, a slight bump in the back and it's called as a foul. Didn't extend the arm but put his shoulder into the back of Hondrakis when he was up in the air. Stadston giving a piece of his mind to the referee after the call. Osman, he's been allowed to move a lot with Jendelit on the left side. Given some freedom. Jendelit outside of the foot. Miss Sydney Rivera, number 23. He's playing the number 10. So it looks like a 4-2-3-1 almost for Nyack. Brkanovic pressed. Ruggiero outlet over to Genie. They'll break the pressure well there, Richmond. Espinosa at the touchline. Curleo back to Espinosa. They'll combine. Genie lost the tackle. Brkanovic keeps it for Richmond. Foul on Richmond. They'll go up top after the free kick. Hilk, try to control with his chest. It's directed towards the corner. It's out for a Richmond throw. Barone gets it up. Header. Conigan. Can they control this? Ruggiero. Couldn't link there with Snatchton. Jendelit. Hilk. Trying to place his run. Jendelit gets an overlap from Osman. Osman. Further down the line away from Genie. Then ran into Genie. And Genie does well to stand him up. Ruggiero. Up for Genie. Taking the space on Drakis. Good coverage. Ball is still in. Mulhair. Hilk. Shot right at Kovacevic. Sajtin shields off Konigan. Offside flag is raised. Thought Sajtin came from an onside position, but obviously that's not the call. It's been a couple times he's been called for offside so far. Ball's towards the Richmond bench. Saiti. Will turn away from some pressure. Kovacevic. And now Saiti was fouled as he let the pass go. And the assistant had the flag raised as well. I think the head referee saw it as well as the assistant. Guarnera, that's in the direction of Sajtin. Throw again. This game's got to get its rhythm back. First couple minutes were really good with back and forth between both teams. Haven't had too many chances in the first 20 minutes. 2 shots for Nyack. None on goal yet. Being able to test Wallenstein has Richmond. Ruggiero. Guarnera. Good link up there. Genie in the middle now. Saiti's got to control the high bounce. Ruggiero in the middle. Further forward, Baron. Too close to Gendelit. Right idea to try and see Sajtin. He'll run at Wallenstein. Hilk. Costa, or that's Mulhair, excuse me. Huicon. It's right at Richmond's back line. And now Huicon is down, and they're going to call a foul on Espinosa. He fouled Huicon when he let the pass go, similar to when Saiti was fouled. Vice versa. Today's Game in Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The aircase uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game in Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code to get 10% off and keep it fresh. Looks like we're gonna have a card being shown. Espinosa is going to get a talking to from the referee. No card. He did reach for his pocket, but no card. He's going to talk to Espinosa, calm him down. Hondrakis, Rivera. Can't pass to Hilk. Espinosa, turning. Too far out in front of Curliu. Conigan, free header. Espinosa into the back. One of the midfielders for Nyack, didn't see the number. Gendelit. Rivera, central. Left foot pass, Edmund. Sizes up the cross. In front of Osman was Guarnera, header out of the box. Shot, blocked off the back of Saiti. Shot came in. That's Kosov, 27. Curliu and Espinosa. Saiti, there's space for Ruggiero, he's calling for the ball. Brkanovic wanted Ruggiero. They'll take the space away, Nyack. Guarnera will push up. Takes a deflection off the foot of Osman. Throw in Richmond. Early throw from Genie. Curliu. Kosov tackling the ball off of Curliu. Dispossessed. Wallenstein. Not convincing. Saiti with him out of the goal. It actually hit his teammate Espinosa. Espinosa goes down. He might have taken a knee to the lower back. Still down. We're playing on. Osman. Mulher. Kosov, or this is Rivera. Can play open up for Nyack. On the run is Edmund. Ball goes out. Brkanovic yelling instructions to his teammates. 20 minutes to play in the first half. Saiti. Guarnera. Genie opens up. It's Espinosa, sorry. Espinosa will go for a run in the channel. Has Genie to his right. He'll keep it. A slip from Osman. Also misses the slide tackle. Close to a great dribble from Espinosa. Still grabbing at Osman. And Osman shoves off Espinosa. It's a competitive battle between those two. Now the referee's going to talk to Osman. We're getting closer to some yellow cards if the referee can't calm this game down. Gendelit. Kosov. Good pass, Duakon. Edmund opens. Try to get it back. Throw in towards the edge. Got a step. Center. Didn't make it to a teammate for Nyack. Just out of the danger area for Richmond. Became a throw in. Huacon, header. Espinosa. Can't be kept in by Curliu. Burkanovic and his center back partner Guarnera. He wants Genie behind Jandelit. It's going to be Jandelit to Hondrakis. He's blocked though, just in front of the corner marker. It's a throw-in. It's going to be a throw, and Richmond want to keep Nyack in the corner. Throw up. Ends up bouncing. Guarnera heading. And Hilk as well. Still not down. Now it is for Genie. Baron, tight space. Off the carom. Baron. Saiti. Still got the pass off. Curlio sees the run of Baron. Onside. Squared. Stadstein. Blocked by Nyack. It's Konigan doing the defensive work. Still alive. Espinosa. Saved by Wallenstein. His first of the night. It's a good one. Diving to his left. So first shot on goal of the night for Richmond. Espinosa. This is another third corner of the half for Richmond. It's down by Saiti, chipped, and Wallenstein covers the far post. Too high of a trajectory there from Genie for a threatening shot, but he's in a tough position there after the corner. Rivera, Konigan, pressure from Richmond, trying to force a turnover. They're close. Peter Genie in front of Jandelit. He's got his hands there on his hip. Jandelit runs away. Not before Baron, and he's fouled by Kosov. Free kick, right wing for Richmond. Espinosa will take the free kick. He just took the corner. Just one man in front of him, it's Osman. It hits Osman. One man wall does his job. So ball never gets into the box. Saiti, close there for Guarnera. He was wide. Counterattack for Nyack. Hilk, good step from Espinosa. Won the ball cleanly. Espinosa. That's way too far in front of Stadstein. See the idea there to link up with his forward partner. But it can't be done in that moment. Kosov. There was a slight touch from Baron. Still makes its way to Osman the ball. Jandelit. Baron again. Osman with Ruggiero will step to him. Osman looks for his left foot. Ruggiero puts in a block attempt. Osman gets to the byline. It's crossed, headed by Genie, and his brother will clear. So we'll come down near our camera and out of play. Throw in for Nyack. Hondrakis to Jandelit. Konigan. Huacon. Couple dribbles forward. Put his teammate in a tough position. He hits Espinosa. Espinosa's down for the second time, and the referee's not given a foul. I think Rivera's also down for Nyack. I didn't see what happened to Rivera. We'll have plays of the week for you at halftime. check that. We will not have plays of the week at halftime. Again, as I said earlier, we have the Salt promo, as always, here on Game and Frame, so go check that out. Diagonal for Osman. Great control. Jendelit overlapping, and Osman will make his way in front of him. Jendelit trying to get away from Peter Genie. No move yet. Stood up by Genie. Osman. That's to the box. Brkanovic lines up the header. Kosov. Good work there from Kurliu. Kosov and Osman. Osman driving. Saiti won that immensely there in the tackle. Schneidstin. Ball bounces towards him. Konigan holding it up. Hondrakis as well to defend Schneidstin. Couldn't step away from both center backs. Mulher. Kosov sees the run of Osman. Could they finally have an open up chance? Osman, wide left. Sees a cross he likes. Puts it in, and it's over Hilk. Genie keeps it in play for Richmond. Chris Genie. But it's intercepted by Nyack, his pass forward. Enman up in the air. Genie, header out of the box. Jendelit, tough technique. Might have been wide even before the block. Kurliu. Huakon goes down. Referee again is saying play on. Jendelit gonna play the ball out of bounds with his teammate on the turf. And a couple times we've seen players go down. We'll see how much that gives for added time. Right now we're in the 36th minute. So 10 minutes to play, and then any added time that we have at the end of the first half. So the drop ball is a throw-in by Richmond back to Nyack. Mulher. No press. Osman. Hilk. Works with Guarnera. Guarnera pushes him down. Throw in. No foul. Those two are going to be going at it all night. Kosov doesn't like his options forward, still holding the ball. Osman. Baron staying with him stride for stride. Osman, a poke. Saiti, still no clear possession. Rivera for Nyack. Richmond defending well here. Standing up passing lanes. Hilk. This is for Mulher. He's in the box. Guarnera. And now Ruggiero moves over to the left. Gets it for Richmond. On the counter, Baron. That's behind Sadstein. They're not on the same page. He thought Sadstein would hold up and decided to make a run to try and get in behind. Genie, very nice defense. Throw in for Richmond. Baron. Jendelit steps away. Huacon runs forward, follows his pass. Osman and Gendelit, big combination in this first half for Nyack. Hondrakis passing for Rivera. Huacon, Hilk, had it poked away from him. He was gonna set up the hold up before he could check his shoulder. Mulher and Osman sees Gendelit. Genie gets in the passing lane, header. Up the line. It's going to bounce. Hondrakis a step in front of Stetson. Mulher just steps away from Barone. Kosov wants emergency. He's watched by Espinosa. Kosov, really nice. Is Osman onside? He's not. FAR assistant has the flag raised. This will now be the final 5 minutes of the first half. 40 minutes completed. Way up from Guarnera. Stadston with Hondrakis. Conigan just pushes him off enough. Hilk controls this ball. Grabbed by Guarnera. And Hilk and Guarnera are getting face to face. Rivera playing peacemaker. So Hilk and Guarnera have been involved a lot in this first half. And the referee's giving final warning. We've seen him have conversations with a couple players. As I mentioned, no yellow cards for any of the fouls in the first half, or for any of the extracurriculars after the play has been stopped. Barone, header down to his feet. Espinosa. First time pass from Saiti. Genie, that being Chris Genie. Verkanovic. It's out. Pass was targeted for Barone. Kosov, maybe not on the same pace there with Rivera. It's not a threat though. Still have the possession of the ball. Nyack. Osman. Kosov. Pass it right to Saiti. Good work from Rivera. Osman's in central position here. Huacon. Passed it out. Osman for Jandelit. Stepping up to him is Genie. Genie trying to defend it without fouling. Mulher. Hondrakis. That goes through Mulher. Last touch off Barone. Osman, right back to Rivera. They're playing catch. Wallenstein. Hilk gets a touch for Mulher. Genie. No contact. Rivera. Inside. Jandelit had cut his angle. Genie passes straight out of play. Mulher didn't see Ruggiero. Barone, no foul. Got good contact. Barone, Shadstein, lay it off and then made a run. Barone, behind. Espinosa's blocked on the slide. Really good play from Huacon. It stung him. As he got up to his feet, he held his side for a moment. There's been a couple blocks here for Nyack. Again, the one shot on goal came from Espinosa, saved by Wallenstein. That's the only shot on goal the first half for Richmond. Header from Curleo, the smallest guy on the pitch. Shadstein, Espinosa, back to Shadstein. He slipped as he was shooting. They thought it hit his hand in the box. One of the defenders of Nyack, and it's called. Point to the spot. Curleo ended up shooting afterward. The referee thought about it, and he gives a penalty. Argument from Nyack. I didn't see what defender that was down for the block attempt. But it's going to be a penalty for Richmond. Vasilius Dimopoulos, is coaching for Nyack. He's talking with the assistant at Nyack's bench. I think the assistant wants to talk or have the main referee come over. I don't know what he's saying over there, obviously, but it's enough to get the referee's attention. Okay, so it's not a penalty. Sorry about that. It is a free kick just outside the box. At least that's the way Nyack is setting up their wall. Either way, it's a handball, but not a penalty. At this spot, you almost don't like it. You're too close to the goal. It's hard to get the ball to dip over the wall and in from about 19 or 20 yards. Best case scenario would have been the penalty. And now best case scenario is a goal off this free kick in Richmond's favor. Espinosa has the ball in his hands. Saites also with Espinosa. Guarnera's in the wall with Richmond. or for Richmond. I mean, there is a full hockey shift in front of the goal. There's 5 or 6 guys there for Nyack. Gornera's moving around, being a pest. I think he's trying to take some of the eyesight away from Wallenstein. Gornera moved out of the area. It's going to be Saiti with his left. No, Espinosa with the right. A header. Job done by the wall. That's the final moment of the first half. Scoreless in this first half. Not much action. Pretty back and forth between both. Evenly played first half. We're goalless at Awahalla. We're going to go to halftime. Right now, both teams are on a point. Would be 19 for both, fully on the season. We'll see if someone can break through and get 3 points tonight in the second half. We'll be back after halftime here on Game and Frame.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
We're back live for the start of the second half. So we'll of course switch sides. Nyack will attack to the right, Richmond to the left. We'll see some subs here in the second half. We'll obviously let you know about any changes as we go on. Regular substitutions, once a player is on, they're on for the rest of the night. Once a player is off, their night is done. It is not like the league where these two teams came from, the CSL, where you can switch in and out as you please. Espinosa will get us started, possession for Richmond. Richmond finding a run of Curliu. Curliu to the end line. His centering attempt is blocked. Curliu trying to pull the ball back. Wins a corner. So a corner within the first minute of the second half for Richmond. Espinosa, hand up for the set play. Schnadston on goal. Richmond, can they get a shot? They're asking for a handball again. Schnadston's bouncing up and down asking for a call. Saiti keeps the chance alive. Espinosa again. Feint, now will shoot, and rolled it wide. Short. Didn't even get to the near post. Goal kick for Wallenstein. Guarnera, I think, for not getting the call, is going to get a yellow card for dissent towards the referee. So now he finally got a yellow card in the match, and it's not for a foul. After this match, the final three matches of the season for Richmond is versus Penn Cyprian Freedoms. Next week, May 4th, it's actually the next 3 Sundays. The 11th is versus Greek Americans. And then at Vistula Garfield. Those are their final 3 matches for Richmond. Get you in a moment the final 3 for Nyack. But their next 2 matches versus Penn Cyprian. We'll get back to the play. Osman, Jandelit. Jandelit low. Guarnera goes to ground. That was Peter Genie, sorry. Now on the run, Barone. Pulls up. Barone, great dribble. In for Stadstein. He's onside. He's a little wide for a shot. Espinosa will make a move towards Stadstein. Far post is Ruggiero. Stadstein sees him. It's blocked away by Nyack. Curliu. Wanted Stadstein, who had relocated to the middle. Penn Cyprian and Greek Americans are going to be tough matches for Richmond. Garfield are below them. That's a winnable match, definitely, for Richmond. Nyack, they go up against Kid Super Samba. That is at Kid Super Samba in Randall's Island. Again, these are the same dates, 4th, 11th, and 18th. At Penn Cyprian, versus Penn Cyprian, so they're also playing Penn Cyprian at home in these final 3 matches, just like Richmond. And then Hoboken, at Hoboken on the 18th. So both teams just fighting for position now. Still want points to be in a comfortable position away from relegation. Again, you wouldn't think as it stands right now that these teams are really in a big threat for relegation, but of course it's always the storyline when a league has promotion relegation. So we got to talk about it. Conigan. Espinosa, Barone, shoots, blocked by Hondrakis. Rivera gets a run here from Jendelit. Has Hilk, Brkanovic got there first and is brought to ground and fouled by Hilk. Big swisher from Guarnera. Beautiful ball. Ruggiero. Espinosa. We'll get an overlap from Ruggiero. Espinosa runs into Hilk and a foul. And it's going to be a yellow card for that foul on Hilk. So he and Guarnera now are both on yellows, which even though they weren't the cause of the yellow, in this case, we saw what happened in the first half. So those two need to be careful if they come together based on the fact they're both on yellows, and we've seen the history in the first half. Espinosa is still down. Guarnera wants Curleo into the box as well. He's got about 4 teammates in the box. Curleo tried to win a header. Looked last off Nyack, and that is for a throw for Richmond. Long throw in. Missed. Espinosa, let it go. Brkanovic, that was crucial. Rivera was almost in 2-on-1. Brkanovic, but he gave it to Osman. And Brkanovic apologizes to his teammates. Richmond, get it back. Espinosa. For Ruggiero, left-footed shot, and he's missed it. Not on the frame of the goal. Hilk, great control. He backheeled that amazingly out of the air. Rivera for Osman. In the corner, left side. Brkanovic, own goal. He put it into his own net, the captain for Richmond. He had a free header. I think he was trying to play it out for a corner, and he just beat his own goalkeeper, Kovacevic. And Brkanovic, very unfortunate moment. So Osman cross goes into the back of the net without even hitting a teammate. And Richmond finds himself down 1-0, and Nyack with the goal are up to 21 points in the standings. This would put them with Zoom Schneider for 6th with 21 points. It's going to depend on the matchups this season. As I said, the tiebreaker there being head-to-head. And Richmond would then stay there in 8th. Barone splits 2 defenders, and he commits a foul, to his surprise. Kosov in the middle. Mulher. Rivera, all the midfielders touching it. Enman. Brkanovic had an easy block of that ball into the area. Espinosa can't control. Boot on ball between him and Kosov. Kosov wins. Stadchin pressing Hondrakis. Kon again, passed it out, away from Huicon. 10 minutes played in the second half, 35 minutes to go. Throw-in will be left for Chris Genie. We had a sub. Saiti off for Richmond. We'll get the substitute's name and number in a moment. Espinosa fouls. That was Edmund. Hilk pulling the shirt of Brkanovic. Guarnera away from Hilk. One touch out. That was Barone, had the pass. Osman, is it enough to find Jendelit? No. Still have possession on a throw-in. Does Nyack. Left wing for Nyack. Left, Osman for Hilk, rises and puts the header not close over the bar. Couldn't meet it square. Shadston on a race with Hondrakis. Shadston plays to himself. Hondrakis, can he keep a corner? He smashes it out. I think he knew he was not going to be able to keep that ball in, so he just gave away a corner. I think number 23, Cesar Cali, was the one who entered the match for Richmond on their first substitution of the night. Nyack have not made a sub yet. Espinosa. Brkanovic to get his goal back. His own goal over the bar. Couldn't get it down on the header. Ruggiero, header, goes backwards towards his goal. There is Peter Genie. Kovacevic will get rid of it. But he's giving it to Nyack. Edmund, can he get in front on an angle in front of Chris Genie? He couldn't. Close call there for Richmond in the back line. Chris into Nyack's half. Away from Huicon. Or away by Huicon, excuse me. Osman. A run being made by Kosov. Osman doesn't make the pass. Now given back to Richmond. Espinosa out for Cali. Cali just not able to complete the move, but gets a corner. This will be the second. Both on the right wing here in the second half for the corners for Richmond. Wasn't too long, about 2 minutes ago, by Brkanovic had that header. Not even 2 minutes ago. Espinosa up. Brkanovic, header again. Out of the box. Guarnera. And he just kicked Osman. He's on a yellow card. Had to be careful there, Guarnera. He's going to go apologize to Osman. He was playing the ball, and then he just kicked the shin of Osman. Nyack probably won a yellow for that. One 0 lead. The own goal by Brkanovic, the difference. Same scoreline as their first matchup when Nyack hosted back in October. Sadstein trying to line up the ball forward. Cunningham saw it first. Got a half an hour to go in this match. Osman running back Guarnera. He didn't use Kovacevic as an outlet. He passes it out for a throw-in. Nyack deep in Richmond territory. It's going to be another sub here for Richmond. It'll be Ruggiero. I think we're also going to see one here for Nyack. Is the sub going to be allowed on? Here he comes. For Richmond's second substitution. It's 18 Pietro Giove. And what do we have here with the referee? He's going to give a yellow card for time wasting to the substitute. I think that's Kosov, who just got a yellow card. So he ends his night not only with substitution, but he gets put in the book. Looked like 24 came in for Richmond. Goal kick for Kovacevic. I believe it's Christ Chuente, is number 24, who's come in as a substitute for Nyack. So they've made their first change. This is the first touch here from Giove, trying to find Sadstein. Layoff from Rivera. Chuente. Pass for Hilk. Back to Chuente. Can't beat Barone. Good tackle there from Mulher. Dispossessed Barone. Chuente has been active here on the ball since he's come in. Espinosa on a steal. Foul. Moment after the ball had been released. Referee pulls it back for a foul on Richmond. 65th minute here in the second half. Mulhair, half turn. Hilk, sized up by Genie. Genie, pass from Hilk, away from a teammate to Richmond here. Espinosa on the counter. Shadstein makes the run. Espinosa will keep it. Now gets the pass to Shadstein's behind him, pushes him wider. Shadstein back looking for Espinosa, just goes through and out by Jendelit. Corner again for Richmond. Third right wing corner of the second half for Richmond. Brkanovic is going to come off for Adnan Jaganjor. So they're going to pull a defender off for a forward, which makes sense in terms of them needing a goal. But I wonder how that's going to change the back line. It might go to a back three. The Genie brothers are bigger defenders playing fullbacks tonight. So we'll see if the Guarnero's in the middle with those two. But it's going to definitely be a change in formation without any other defenders or true defenders on the pitch for Richmond. Shuente out of the box. Cali has to be careful. It's Hilk for Nyack. Cali, great tackle. Espinosa sizes, puts it wide. Good strike in terms of the height, but it's wide. Close here for Richmond. Today's Game in Frame broadcast is sponsored by Salt Athletic. Salt have made the world's freshest, most advanced cleat bag. The air case uses antimicrobial technology to block smell, making for odor-free car rides and houses. Salt is offering the Game in Frame community an exclusive discount. Scan the QR code to get 10% off and keep it fresh. There's a sub ready for Richmond. It looks like Enman is out. It's number 2, Tomas Gutierrez. He'll get action tonight. I believe there's only one more left on the bench for Nyack. And it's player coach Dimopoulos. Luis Asensio, number 26, is still available for Richmond. And Jacob Zumanski, number 14. So they do have 2 more subs if they would like to use it, Richmond. See how the rest of the night goes. Giove started that in the middle. Cali trying to get across in. Throw in. It's going to be a long throw from Genie. Peter Genie. Closest is his brother. Flicks it! Volley! Great save! Still alive! Swing and a miss by Schnadston. And now cleared out of the box. That was low, struck well, but save number 2 for Wallenstein. And his 2 saves have been big time for number 1 in the net for Nyack. Player is down for Nyack. Richmond will have the ball on the restart. Player being stretched out. It's Hondrakis in his own box. How much time will be given here for the injury? Will Hondrakis have to come out? 20 minutes to play. We're in the 70th minute now. Again, there's no true substitution, I believe, available for Hondrakis, so he's going to have to play this out. Guarnera, as Nyack was asleep there. I don't think they saw the ball had been whistled in play. Blocked by Huakan. Stadstein gets it back, runs it down. Giove springs the ball out. Corner again. What did you know? Right wing for the 4th time in the second half. Looks like we will have a sub for both teams. Let's see if it's allowed before the corner. Hondrakis is visibly limping, so he's not going to continue. There's not much movement from his right leg. And it is Vasilios Dimopoulos. He's in. So no more left for Nyack. Will Richmond also be able to sub? And they will. It is Luis Asensio, number 26, who's been a newer addition for Richmond. Caught by Wallenstein and fouled by Stadstein as well in the process. Didn't see what player, I think it's Barone actually, now that I can see. Barone has gone off for Richmond. Asensio's here in the left side. I don't know if he's a left back or a left-sided midfielder. Gutierrez, free header, Mulher. Back to Gutierrez. Give and go. Mulher. Stood up by Genie. That looks last off Mulher it is. Guarnera. Shiganjor picked up his foot just too early. So Shiganjor is going to play underneath Stadstein. Osman, Jandelit. Marked by Genie. Still not dealt with. Shuente, Mulher. Open is Gutierrez. He'll round it. Not across yet. Mulher overran the ball. Hilk, not allowed to turn. Giove defending. He's pulling Hilk as well. Foul and a free kick for Nyack. Osman, back post, down. Kovacevic to the turf to gather. He'll throw for Genie. That's Peter Genie. Stadstein down the line. Left it. Still possession. Down he goes. Not a foul. Slapping the turf there. Really thought there should have been a foul call if Stadstein did. It's played into Nyack's bench. Asensio. Giove is actually in the back line right now. Peter Genie. Back heel. Very nice, clever play from Cali. Overlap. Stadston was at the 12-yard marker. Not before stepped in front of by Nyack. 75th minute. 5th right wing corner of the second half for Richmond. Can they get a goal from a set piece? Espinosa again to service. Goes down. Giove. Intercept. Gutierrez. Could be a chance for Nyack. Gutierrez. Osman. Hilk through the middle. Hilk or Kovacevic. And it's Kovacevic who will win out. Close there for Hilk. Had to come off the line there, Kovacevic, at the edge of the box. Huacon passed it away. Giove, not fouled. Huacon's down in some pain. Great control, Gutierrez. Early ball. Guarnera strong header out. Now a foul called on Gutierrez on Curliu. Huacon trying to fight through whatever he's dealing with. There are no substitutions left for Nyack. And Huacon goes down again. And he's got a real problem with his, looked like his upper shin towards his left knee. We'll get back to the play. Stadston. It was Wallenstein throwing. Now Mulhair. For the moment, Nyack are playing with 10. And there's a really big limp for Huacon. We already saw Hondrakis go off because of injury. I mean, if they're only able to play with 10, that's a pivotal moment in the match. Up by a goal, but would be down a man. Giove, now he says the number 6. Maybe it's just because Genie was pushed up before. Peter Genie. Over for Callie. Callie can't keep it in play. Schuente, or that was Osman, sorry. Couldn't bring it in. Genie will step to midfield. Shiganjor. Let it roll off his foot too far. Osman. It's going backwards. Mulhair. So Osman gets out. Mulhair, first time ball. Dimopoulos. Mulhair and Genie run into each other. Giove, not fouled by Chuente. Bodies all over the place. Chuente, the chip attempt. Missed. And bodies are flying in the second half. This is Mulhair who's down. He's holding his right knee. Might have banged knee on knee, which is not comfortable if you've ever done that. Pain will subside though in a moment, but originally it's very painful, if that's what happened. Just trying to regain strength there in that knee. Rivera replaced Hondrakis as a center back. He had been playing the start of the match as a number 10. That is some big versatility to be able to play an offensive position and now back in the back line defending. Espinosa. Shiganjor. Who can he lay it off to? It's Espinosa. Back to Shiganjor. Making a run across. Stadston. Is a shot coming in? No. Defending for their lives now, Nyack. 80th minute. Richmond looking for a tying goal. Shikanjor. Tough spot. Dimopoulos. Might have been too early for Osman. It's not. Good weight on that pass too. Hilk in front of Osman. Fighting off a challenge. Osman still has the ball. Really well from the winger. Giove. Schnadstin. Looks like he's fouled by Huicon. He is, and he knows it. It's not a yellow card foul, but it's just outside the box to the left. And Schnadstin is in pain, but free kick for Richmond. Not a corner free kick, but they're going to need this for a chance. 9 minutes to go before any added time at the end of 90 minutes regulation. Espinosa, the wall splits. Osman up in the air, behind him. Cali brings it down. He slips. Asensio. Genie, back to Asensio. No shots coming in for Richmond. Hilk has Dimopoulos to the right. Can't be stopped. Guarnera, great pace. Asensio. To Giove. He'll have Curliu here. Cali. Scoop pass. Genie. Overlap from Cali. He points to where he wants it. Cali. Is it a corner? Yes, it is. Still the same question. Can Richmond get a tying goal to level it 1-1? Everyone up beside Guarnera. Espinosa taking the corner. Asensio up. Curliu. To the left, Giove. Wants a clip. Header right at Wallenstein, and the flag was never raised. A roll to Mulher. Dimopoulos lets it go. He knew he was in an offside position. Guarnera for Genie. Plenty of numbers forward for Richmond. Close pass for Cali. Good hesitation move. Cali. Not enough for a foul. Just enough of a push to be before that line. Osman on the run. Guarnera the coverage. Kovacevic. Good distribution for Genie and away from Hilk. Asensio. Wanted snatching up the line. He'll make a different decision to Giove. Guarnera. Last from Jandelet. Over the bench of Richmond. Throw in for Richmond. Exactly 6 minutes to go. Ricochet off Gutierrez. Genie. Switch to the other side, Guarnera. On the ground. Callie. Blocked. It'll bounce down for him. Hilk. Keeps it in play. That's going to be too heavy of a touch with Guarnera. Very close, but last off Hilk. Referee blows his whistle. I'm not sure what the talking to is for, and he's telling to move the supporters from behind the goal to the sideline. Genie steps through to his brother. Chris again. Giove. Asensio in the channel. Giganjor coming over and just clearing right out. Conigan, sorry. Giove after the throw. Espinosa in midfield. Callie. Can he get a cross in? He's faking to his left, now to his right foot. Callie, goal line, down. It looked like there's going to be a foul because he touched the ball with his hand as he went to the ground. I think it might have been for the handball. Coach Hal is furious on the sideline for Richmond. The flag did go up, but as I said, when Callie went down, he hit it with his hand. Of course, if there was a foul called before that, then it would supersede, but now we'll go. Giove. Chris Genie up top. Stadston. Genie has found him. Stadston. Huacan. Foul. And then he went back at Stadston after the whistle had been blown. They're going to have to be separated. And it's a yellow card to Stadston. And is that his second yellow? I think he's been off for a red card after 2 yellows. And it's a yellow card to Huacan as well. But the bigger story is that Stadston's off, the starting striker for Richmond, and they're going to play with 10 down a goal with just 3 minutes left. The emotions here for Richmond, because after the play, Huacan and Stadston got into it. On one hand, you can understand the frustration because Huacan is kicking his leg. On the other hand, you have to keep your cool. So 10 men for Richmond with 2 minutes to go, and then we'll see whatever there is for added time. You would assume there's going to be something given, maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, but we've definitely had added time worthy in the second half. 2-man wall for Nyack. Espinosa, always on these free kicks for Richmond. Espinosa into the wall. Might have been shooting there. Looked like they tried to get James Haddad on the pitch, Richmond. They didn't allow the substitution yet. It's going to be Peter Genie off for Haddad, who is an attacker. Has 1 goal this season, Haddad. Guarnera asking for a penalty. I don't know if there was a handball or a foul. Still no call from the ref. Didn't get a great look from this angle, I have to be honest. Carlillo also has a goal this season. Peter Genie just came off as 2. Espinosa has 5. He scored a hat trick against Doxa in their last match. Those are the goal scorers on the season currently on the pitch for Richmond, with Schadstein off. Guarnera moving well into an attacking position. Lays it. Cali misconnected. Looks like it's still in play. Haddad is onside at the corner. He wins a corner for Richmond. Even down a man, if they convert one of these free kicks, they'll get a point. Kovacevic is up now too. We are done with the 90th. Whatever now is just added time of the discrepancy of the ref. Espinosa puts it to the top of the net. It's got to be better service here. Got to give your squad a chance. 91st minute. Wallenstein gets the whistle. Asensio, a slight push in the back on Gutierrez. Hilk will hold it up. Mulher. Here's possession now for Nyack. Gutierrez will go back. Huicon. Now they're going to press the goalkeeper with Shiganjor. Again, playing with 10 men Richmond. Wallenstein, not the right contact. Giove, header. Not with Haddad. Genie. Kept in by Asensio. Guarnera tripped. Bad foul by Dimopoulos, and he knows it. And that is going to be a clear yellow card. He apologized immediately. Was that a red card shown to Dimopoulos? Did he get a yellow card before? I thought I saw a red card come up as I just looked away. And so now Dimopoulos has been sent off. So 2 players, 1 for each team, have collected 2 yellow cards, equaling a red. And we're playing 10v10 now at the very end. Espinosa. For Asensio, great vision. Right at the corner flag. Asensio will attack. Good step by Huicon. Or away from Huicon, really. Gutierrez. Espinosa, helped out by his teammate Asensio. Guarnera. Skips by Hilk. Other side. Haddad tried to judge it. In play. Cali. That's going to be too tall. Shiganjor! Free header. He put it over. Oh, what a look for Richmond. He put it back across the grain, which is what you're taught to do. But he can't get Wallenstein to at least have a chance to save it. You got to get answers from the goalkeeper there on the shot. Giove winning the duel away from Hilk. Asensio. Richmond's got to get the ball forward. 94th minute. Genie. That was a dangerous pass from Guarnera. Asensio. Now to the left, Haddad. Left foot. Just too far out in front of Shiganjor. Goal kick. Wallenstein. Rivera urging his teammates to go up. Going to play as long as possible, try and play in Richmond's end, Nyack, but the second ball is won by Richmond. It's with Richmond. Assistant referee is needed. Throw in Richmond. It's going to be a long throw. Giove into the box with the right side. Kelly couldn't bring it down. Goal kick again for Wallenstein. Down the line, Curleo. Just getting his body in front of him is the defender from Nyack. That was Rivera. That's it. 1-0. Same exact result in both encounters between these two sides this season. In the fifth and 19th match of the season, it's a 1-0 difference in favor of Nyack. So they take all 6 points in the two matchups with Richmond, and they're now tied with Zoom Schneider in 6th with 21 points now after 19 matches for them. Zoom, though, have played 18, so they do have one game in hand. Richmond stay with 18, still 5 points clear of Doxa, and there's unfortunately a fight on the other side. We're going to get players to their benches. Doxa and Vistula there. With 13 at the bottom. 5 points clear is Richmond with 3 games to play. That'll do it here on Game and Frame. Match is done here in Owl Hollow. 1-0 victory for Nyack.